Hey, what's up guys, it's Dynamite here, hope you're doing well. And in today's video I'm going to talk a little bit about the Black Ops 6 beta. So at the time I'm recording this, beta literally ends in like 6 hours. So I thought I'd do a video just talk about all the things I like about the beta as well as the things I dislike. So I'm interested to see what you guys think about this. I think the beta for the most part was good, but there was a lot of problems. So we're going to talk about it in today's video. If you do enjoy the Call of Duty discussion videos, I'd appreciate you guys drop a like on videos, subscribe and turn on post notifications. I try to stream every day over twitch.tv/dynamitebtw, so I'd appreciate you guys following me over there. Anyways, let's get into it. So let's start off with all the good things in this beta. So number one, Omni Movement. The Omni Movement feels good. I was a bit worried about it to begin with before I played the game. I was worried about it might feel a bit like clunky, but it feels good. Like, you can ignore the Omni Movement. If you really don't want to use it, you can just play it like it's any other card and just simply ignore it. I feel like most of the time the Omni Movement is going to be just to get like cool clips and stuff, and you really don't need to use it most of the time. And that's not to say it's useless, sometimes it can be pretty useful, but you can play without it if you really want to. Another thing I liked about the beta as well was the visuals. So what I mean by that, so basically in Modern Warfare 3, like, the game's pretty blurry in comparison to like Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2. Like, Modern Warfare 3 just doesn't look very good. Where Black Ops 6, the game just looks a lot better, it just looks a lot clearer, I can see enemies a lot better, it looks a lot better visually. Graphically, I'd say it probably isn't as good as like Modern Warfare 2019 in terms of graphics, but it's maybe like a bit better than Cold War, I'd say. It's definitely better than Modern Warfare 3, but it's maybe like Cold War level. I'd say it looks a bit better than Cold War though. It looks better than Modern Warfare 3, but it's not as good as Modern Warfare 2019, I don't think. Another thing I really liked was the guns. What I mean by that is it didn't really feel like many of the guns were weak in the game. Most of the guns were viable. Obviously the Jackal PDW was OP during like the closed beta. But even then, like, the MP5 was still usable, all the ARs were pretty decent. The sniper, I think the sniper might be a bit too slow, but it's still decent. I will say though, the shotguns feel so slow in this game. Most of the time it's like it's ADS in the speed of like an LMG or something. But besides that, most of the guns feel pretty decent in this game. Also really like what they've done with the UI. They've gone back to like the vertical menus for like loadouts and everything. It looks way better. I don't know why we went away from this, but we've gone back to like Modern Warfare 2019/Cold War, where like the UI is more vertical. It just looks way better now. There's still some parts of it where it looks a bit like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, like the settings menu for example, but all of that's fine. It does look better in this game, so I fuck with it. This might be a bit controversial, but I also really like the kill streaks. So what I mean by that is the kill streaks are a bit harder to get. I think it's like maybe 5 kills for a UAV. I honestly kind of like that because I'm not seeing as much like streak spam. I'm not seeing as many like chopper gunners or anything. I do kind of like how kill streaks feel a bit more like valuable now, so I kind of like it. Now let's get into the bad things. So obviously this will be subjective. You guys might have different opinions, but this is what I think is bad about the beta and what needs to change. Starting off with the maps, there was 8 maps in the beta, I think, and most of them were terrible. Skyline was good. That was probably the only good map. Scud was, it was a bit campy. Derelict is probably one of the worst Call of Duty maps I've ever played. Rewind it was just a bit too campy, I think. I didn't really like Rewind. Babylon, I kind of like Babylon. I've seen a lot of people shit talking Babylon, but it's kind of like a shipment-esque map. I kind of like Babylon. Gala was terrible. Pit was okay, I guess, but I feel like most of the maps are just like mid at best. Apparently we're getting 16 maps on launch, and half of those maps are the maps that we had in the beta, so I really hope the other 8 maps are good. But right now there's only like 2 good maps, which are Skyline and like Babylon, and I've seen a lot of people complain about Babylon, so I don't know. Another thing as well was the spawns. The spawns are terrible. I felt like most of the time I was spawning with the enemies. Like, for example, I'd run into their spawn, and they'll literally still be spawning there whilst I'm gunning down their teammates. It made no sense. It was really hard to find out, like, where they're spawning and how to, like, read the spawns. It's just, there's no logic behind the spawns, and I do hope they fix it. Another problem I have with this game is the TTK, so the time to kill. It just feels like, for me, headshots really mean a lot in this game. Then they need to honestly nerf the headshot multiplier, because it feels like you can kill in like 3 to 4 bullets if you hit headshots. But if you don't hit headshots, it's gonna take you like 7 bullets to kill someone. I think they should just decrease the headshot multiplier and then it would be fine. And this isn't really a problem, because obviously we don't have to play the mode when the game's out, but that fucking kill order mode, we were literally being forced to play kill order during the beta. There was no like separate playlist. Whenever you queued, there was a chance you were going to get kill order, and that mode is terrible. Like, everybody was just protecting this one dude on their team. It was just so campy, and I just didn't like it. Another big problem as well was PC performance. It felt like my game was freezing a lot. I had a couple crashes. Obviously, it's a beta, that's going to happen, but I think last year, during the MW3 beta, I didn't crash at all, where this time it feels like I'm crashing all the time. The game keeps, like, freezing and hitching all the time, and I know some smart ass in the comments go like, oh, your PC is just bad. It's like, I have a i7, and I have, like, a 3070. It just should be freezing or crashing on my PC, I'm sorry. Obviously, that'll be fixed in the full game, I hope, but in the beta, the performance was terrible on PC. And my last complaint about the beta, and I think this is going to be, like, one everybody can agree on, is skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking was terrible. I remember, I think it was yesterday morning, I got on at like 8 AM. I got like a 70 kill game playing Babylon, and then for the next like 6 hours I was being put up against pro players, and the highest kills I got was maybe like 25. It's so bad. Maybe the skill base was a bit stricter, because obviously it's an open beta. There's going to be some like people who don't really play COD trying it out, so maybe they're making skill base a bit stricter, so that way the new players have an easier time, and then when the full game comes out it's like a bit easier maybe, I don't know. But I think I was complaining about skill base last year in the Modern Warfare 3 beta too. It feels like it gets worse and worse every year. Obviously we'll see how it is in the full game, but in that beta the skill based matchmaking, it just made the game unplayable for me. I do hope this game's not like Cold War though, and I literally couldn't play Cold War for the whole year because the skill based was so strict in that game, so I hope it's not like Cold War where I just can't play the game because it's skill based. In conclusion though, that's what I think about the Black Ops 6 beta. Out of 10 I'd probably give it maybe like a 7. I think for the most part it was good, but there was definitely some issues like the maps, the spawns, the performance, skill-based. Without those issues, I feel like it'd probably be like a 9 or a 10, but like the skill-based just made it unplayable for me, and obviously the spawns and everything, like, it's just not very good. But yeah, that's what I think about the Black Ops 6 beta. Let me know what you guys think. Be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, see ya.